Hey there and happy Tuesday. This is the second card demo. So in case you missed the first one and think like this is my one and only for today, you can go back and watch the replay for the first card that I did today. That one was a fun fold, and yesterday I did 2 fun folds, and so I thought, it's time to maybe tame things down and do just a simple card. And I tell you what, this was at a recent class that some of you were at, and a lot of you said it was your favorite. And so I thought, okay, sometimes simple is good, and it's also a way to maybe use up some of those things. I know I say that over and over, but I like to encourage you to use things up. And so many times you go, oh, I shouldn't buy more pretty paper because I already have that. But if I can show you different ways to use up some of those things, then you don't feel so guilty. I don't feel so guilty. And then it's also like refreshing to purchase things to refresh your supplies and get some fun new things in there, because like anything, it kind of just spruces up your area, spruces up your attitude, and it's just kind of a fun thing to add things as you go along too. Hi there, Julie. So let me get my card or my camera turned around so you can see the card better. Hopefully this one goes well. I kind of petered out with coughing at the end of my last one. Kind of embarrassing, but sorry about that. Okay, so with this bundle here, you might be going, where is that in the catalog? Because when I mention and type in the bundle that I'm going to be working with the video, I put in Friends for Life bundle, which is the stamp set and dies. It's actually coming from the annual catalog, page 43. So until you maybe see this funky but fun 6x6 DSP with all the bright colors, then it sometimes triggers the, oh yeah, that bundle, because it just kind of seems like this is always used with this. Not always, but sometimes. And so I like to kind of just bring that out so you can have that as a little connection point there. So a lot of times, yeah, like I said, you see not just maybe that paper, but just the bright colors and like the fun samples that they've shown here. But I love this stamp set and dies because of the sentiments and the die images. I've been using the heart kind of in the background for different things this past month, obviously, for heart things and Valentine's and such. And so it's just a really fun bundle. I'm trying to think if I told you what page it's on. Page 43 here of the annual catalog. So yeah, and I feel like the price point is like good for what you get because of the different dies and everything. And let me show you that in person a little bit here. Like I said, there's a lot of sentiments that are very usable, and I like that there's different fonts and different sizes to all of them there, so you can see that. And then the dies here have the 2 hearts, so like the inside cutout of the heart and the heart, and then friend, that can be like skinny, and then you can layer it as the chunky or stamp friend and cut that out. And then we've got like the thicker leaf, and I'll be using the other leaf. And then we've got a couple different size hearts and such. And then this fun little piece here that can be a banner for the words, because there's a lot of words in there too. And then let me grab this leaf. So this is a leaf, nice sized leaf that comes with that bundle. So let me just grab a piece of Blackberry Bliss. Okay, here's my card. I was like, where'd my card go? And a lot of people mentioned not only that it was their favorite card, but I feel like every time I use this Blackberry Bliss color, people comment, ooh, I love this color. It's such a rich, deep color, and so I tend to use it for sympathy cards often, or like wedding cards, just kind of those special occasions. I think it looks really rich and kind of classy for those types of occasions and such too. So Blackberry Bliss. So in case you're wondering, I know I have a couple of customers, anytime Stampin' Up! Comes out with something that is Blackberry Bliss, I just know that they're going to love it because it is kind of their go-to color. Okay, so as we build the card, I'm just going to start with this Blackberry Bliss, just the normal card base here. And then before I build on that, I tell you what, I was going to use like some Pool Party to go with this because I thought, you know what, this is kind of a fun color, and it's not that it's not a good color. And I think, oh, just not too long ago, but you never know, like I say not too long ago, it could be a few years already, that Stampin' Up! Put together Pool Party and the Blackberry Bliss, and I think we have a kit right now too. I can see it. It's actually one of the more popular selling kits that uses this color together, and then they throw in some gold. And yes, we do, because that was kind of the inspiration of this card. Now that I think about it, I was laying in bed and I'm like, you know, even though this is soft, this is soft, this is kind of bold, put the metallic in there, and it's kind of fun. So that was my inspiration, you guys. Expressions of Kindness kit, I think is what it is. Okay, but then as I was putting my card together, it just wasn't going, so I switched to soft sea foam, and this is 4 by 5 1/4. And so I had this layout that I noticed on a Facebook post, and that also got me inspired to get out my circle punch and kind of follow the layout, even though my card turned out totally different than what that card looked like. So this is the 2 3/8 circle punch. And a card like this is super easy to put together because if you have any of those pattern papers, 6 by 6, this is actually my disclaimer, this is actually retired, but Stampin' Up! Keeps coming out with 6 by 6, just different patterns of like the neutrals, the regals, the subtles and such. And I know they're popular sellers, so everybody has, I feel like, some of the 6 by 6 pattern paper. So what I do then is just take and punch out one circle out of there, and then I grabbed like the soft sea foam 6 by 6 and grabbed a chunk 2 3/8 by that. And then I thought, you know what, for metallics you could do like the gold foil, you can do, we had the bedazzling, more dazzling paper, we had the gold and rolled gold 6 by 6 paper. So I'm like, you know what, let's just throw in something metallic and see how that goes. Just kind of put these together, and everybody's card looked a little different depending on like if this was like this pattern or this pattern, that pattern, and what metallic. I gave them some options for the metallic piece as well. So then we started building on that, and like I said, those super simple to put together. But I highly recommend the bundle just because. All right, so what I told people too is that they could, hi there Jill, as they're punching out their piece, if they wanted to, like along the edge, just like punch to about there, and then you're going to get that flat edge. And for some of the pieces, that flat edge goes like around or along the bottom, so then you didn't have to worry about cutting it off with the scissor if it overhung. So you can kind of see there that that one lines up perfectly. And then otherwise you just take your circle here. Oh, I have a rogue hair. That's in here. That's not supposed to be on the card. Okay, and then this is just going to go off to the side a little bit here, and if you know, are punching out and go, oh, I forgot to leave like a flat spot, no big deal. You just go and trim along, and it's really easy to have that cardstock as your cutting point along that edge too. And then we can fill in with that last circle here, and then that's gonna go like about right to the edge here. Okay, and now we're ready for some ribbon. And another ribbon that you guys really have loved is the Blackberry Bliss and Gold textured ribbon. I just have to go, where's the English? Okay, and some of you might be going, where's that at? Or we still have that. So this was part of that fall collection. And I feel like Stampin' Up! Does fall so well. And that's where they usually bring out the Blackberry Bliss, you know, different like embellishments or papers or things like that. And so this with the Blackberry Bliss and gold sides there, that was in the previous fall mini catalog, but guess what? You can still get it. So if you just punch in 164039, not only is it still available, it's marked down a little bit because it is on that last chance. So it used to be like $10, I think, for the spool. And maybe it's down to $9 or something, but you get a lot on a spool. Everybody knows, like, how often do you use up your whole spool of ribbon? We kind of wish we could, so we could justify buying more. So before I put this on my card front, and yes, I'm speaking to somebody named Cheryl. I always use you in examples during my classes. I hope that's okay. And I know you'll giggle when you hear that or roll your eyes at me. But there's so many times, like, people, myself included, want to jump the gun and just adhere this layer onto the card front or card base just because it looks like we're ready to go. But we need to get that ribbon on first before we put it on here, especially when the card's opening like this and your ribbon is doing that. You're going to close your card up. Okay, so I've got that, and I want to make sure I get this adhesive to the ends because sometimes with that ribbon layer on there, it'll want to maybe pop up or something. Sometimes I'll even intentionally, if ribbons like that, I'll intentionally put dimensionals and pop up the whole layer, but I kind of liked the flat look of today's card. Okay, so I've got that. I'm going to press that down. And then for the die cut, so let's see, oh, here it is. The die cut, then I'm just going to run through my machine here with some Blackberry Bliss. Oops, you can see that I'd cut some out previously from the same sheet. I'm gonna just line that up, and where's the top of my embossing? Here we go. I was like, I know I've got a top plate. I just used it. Okay, so I'm just going to run this through. And I could have done adhesive sheets on this. You know how I am loving, and you guys are as well, those adhesive sheets. And it makes adhering things super convenient and sturdy and nice. But for this, I kind of wanted a looser leaf look, not just a plastered down look. Sometimes I do want it to look plastered down. I want it to look like it's going to stay there. But for this, I kind of just wanted some of these leaves to be able to kind of curl up and have a little bit of texture, dimension, and motion in there. So I'm just going to put one of my mini glue dots towards the bottom here. And then sometimes what I'll do, people laugh at me, but sometimes I'll actually cut these in half. And then it makes, you know, they're super sturdy, and then it makes it easier to hide. Hopefully you can kind of see the mini glue dot I have right there. And then I just kind of curl it back, and I put it in a position where there's like three pieces of the cardstock kind of intersecting or coming together. So it's easier to hide that way. And then because this is going to go underneath the ribbon, makes it super easy to just tack that down, and then this is going to tack down right there like so. Now the part that's going to make you guys gasp. I waited till the end, and I probably shouldn't have, but I'm having a good day. We'll see if it continues or not. I'm going to open up my Blackberry Bliss ink pad, and now after the card is completely done, which I tell you guys, I never recommend stamping as the last thing, especially if it's not like on its own piece of paper and you're going to just add it. But I'm going to ink up my Thinking of You from that Friends for Life. I'm going to make sure it looks nice. And now this is going to go up in the corner. So luckily I knew I had enough space, but I was telling everybody at the class, you might want to do that Thinking of You first so that you know you haven't put your circles up too high and that everything's going to fit right. I kind of just went, whew. Maybe you guys did that with me. You're like, what is she thinking? So that just ties all of that in together. I do love that style and font, even though there's different ones within the set. And then for the embellishments, the Purple Fine Shimmer Gems have been so fun to work with. I had packs and packs of these, which makes me think I have to have more than just this. So I'm wondering if I set some aside, because I usually, like when I buy something, group it all together and put a rubber band. Like if I have 5, I have a rubber band and all 5 fit together. But because I don't even see a rubber band, it makes me think like I have to have at least a couple of these left. This went together so well with that perennial lavender paper, that whole suite of products and such. And I love it because it's got different, it's purple, but it's got different variations of the purple kind of within the shimmer and the shine of it. So it just coordinates and matches so well, like with the Blackberry Bliss. If you have that Retiring Rich Razzleberry, it goes well with that. And some of like our Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape, you know, all those colors, it just coordinates really well and just adds kind of some more shimmer to kind of go with the metallic circle there, and just adds a little bit more touch of that elegance to it as well. Now for the inside, thinking of you, I had the options there at the class where they could do best wishes or happy birthday. And I guess I just really didn't touch base with everyone. Some of them left it completely blank so that when they were ready to use the card, then they would have it for that occasion. And some would go, oh yeah, I know exactly what I'm going to use it for. I'm going to do best wishes on here. So these are 2 of the greetings also in that same stamp set. 2 very different fonts, but I put it on the same block. But I love how big that is. It just kind of makes it seem like best wishes. And then to kind of coordinate with the die is kind of a smaller version of a stamped image. So I'm just going to ink that up as well with my Blackberry Bliss and just put that down in the corner. But I love how this just ties together the inside and the outside for a nice, elegant look. Like I said, this one comes together so fun. And it just is a really fun suite of products. And even the bundle, like I think sometimes the suite, we always feel like we have to use those colors because of the samples that they show in there, and they've used such bright, like the greens and all of that. And this is kind of just a whole different take on it. But I think that also it plays out when a bundle maybe makes its second go around in the next catalog, and people say, how come I didn't see this in the catalog before? You know, I've never noticed it before. And it's sometimes just because they've completely changed up like the color and the way that they've designed things that make it look totally different. And sometimes it can be not appealing at all, and sometimes it makes it more appealing. And obviously if people are noticing it that second time because of how it's been redone, they're doing something that's making it, you know, noticeable to us in a different way. So there you go, today's inspiration for you. And like I said, yeah, I'm gonna get back to Elaine here quick with ordering help and such. But if you guys need help with ordering, please let me know. That is what I'm here for. And especially, you know, like yesterday I did 2 videos. Today I did 2 videos. So you might have, you know, just questions. Hopefully I'm not throwing too much out to you all at once, but that's what I'm here for, is to help you with your ordering, or help you find products online, or like, is this still available or not too. So, all right. Have a great day, or rest of your day. And I hope to be back again tomorrow. So, yeah, so I don't know if I'll be able to do 2 cards again and make it 3 days in a row. Like, that seems like much, but that would be kind of fun though too, because I do have a couple projects geared up. One of them is a really super fun fold, and I'd like to show you that tomorrow, so you have that to look forward to. Take care. Bye-bye.